It's Wednesday, September 12th. I'm John Manchester, and this is Evening Update. A highly publicized legal battle between the city of Penticton and a well-known panhandler came to an end today. A plea deal was reached over Paul Braun's use of the Main Street breezeway as his daily spot. Castanet's Colin Dacre has more.
Paul Braun appeared in court with pro bono defense lawyer Paul Varga to enter guilty pleas on all 8 counts for obstruction panhandling. The city has been prosecuting Braun to try to remove him from his regular spot at the 200-block Main Street breezeway. Braun says he took the deal because he didn't want to go to jail.
It's the only reason I agreed to any of this, because I feel like I was backed into a corner, and if I go to jail, I'd come out and I'd be homeless again. And so the whole cycle starts all over again.
The Union of BC Municipalities has supported a joint Kelowna-West Kelowna bid to force changes to the province's proposed real estate speculation tax. The resolution was passed Wednesday at the UBCM convention in Whistler. It urges the province to modify its approach to allow local governments to collect a levy on vacant residential properties that would be used to build non-market housing. Mayors Colin Basran and Doug Findlater met with Green Party leader Andrew Weaver this week, who supports them in opposition to the tax. With the Greens propping up an NDP government and the BC Liberals also opposed, the future of the spec tax is in doubt. Kelowna Chamber of Commerce past president Tom Dias has confirmed he's taking a run at the mayor's chair in this fall's municipal election. Castanet's Rob Gibson has more from today's announcement.
If Dias wins the top job here at City Hall, he says the first order of business will be business.
It takes in revenue of $200 million. It's a business.
Dias and current mayor Colin Basran have known each other for years, and even though he says his run for mayor isn't an indictment on the job Basran has done, he does want to change the tone of the dialogue.
I believe the tone of what happens within City Hall comes from the top.
The president of the BCGEU says she shares Gateway Casino's disappointment at the failure of mediation talks last week. Stephanie Smith says the union has moved substantially on previous demands of a 40% pay increase and is focusing on equal pay for equal work in other markets. Gateway's latest offer included raises ranging from 7% to 19%. Workers in Kelowna, Kamloops, Penticton and Vernon have been on strike since June 29th. And no further talks are scheduled. Want to name a new school? The Central Okanagan School District is looking for a name for a new middle school to be built in Lake Country. Construction is expected to begin next spring. You can submit your suggestions online. For more details, check our story on castanet.net. Thank you for not smoking or vaping in Vernon. The city has updated its Parks and Public Spaces bylaw to prohibit smoking and vaping of any substance in public places, with the exception of roads and sidewalks. The change comes in anticipation of recreational marijuana legislation this fall. Signs are going up in parks and at lake access sites and transit stops. Vernon firefighters are sticking to a needle pickup challenge, and now they're throwing down the gauntlet to paramedics. Vernon RCMP started the challenge to join upper room mission staff in the bi-weekly pickups. Firefighters collected 4 bags of garbage and several sharps in just 1 hour. South Okanagan police are investigating 2 large-scale fraud and identity theft crimes. Osoyoos RCMP were alerted about a man at the U.S. port of entry in possession of a number of fraudulent IDs and credit cards. Cooch Henglip Kuhn was turned over to Canadian authorities, leading to a trail of sophisticated fraud and identity thefts committed across Canada. He remains in custody. And police used a spike belt to stop a fleeing car in Karameas. Inside, they found hundreds of pieces of stolen mail, ID, credit cards, and equipment to make fake cards. Driver Nathaniel Dakel and passenger Michael White of the Lower Mainland have both been charged. South Okanagan Kootenay MP Helena Konanz says she hears one topic come up again and again: a national park in the South Okanagan. Castanet's Chelsea Powery has more.
I'm being approached by people both supportive and against the national park.
The South Okanagan National Park is supported by current MP Richard Cannings.
Well, being somebody who supports business, I am concerned about what it may do to certain businesses like HNZ at the airport, and possibly by the wineries in the area. But I can also understand why a national park is something that is that may be good for this area by bringing in tourism.
Okanagan weather. Overnight lows are getting cooler as we head further into fall. It'll be single digits every night through the weekend, with daytime highs in the mid-teens. Coming up, we check in on the Okanagan apple harvest, and a court ban on pot sales holds up. For Castanet News, I'm John Manchester.